In the bathroom, he was mocked as a stalker. Song Lixian did not solve the problem with violence. A stubborn determination rose in his heart. He grabbed the basketball. He challenged them to a basketball game. They listened and mocked Song Lixian for overestimating himself. In their eyes, Song Lixian, the stalker shunned by the whole school, couldn't possibly do anything remarkable on the basketball court. What they didn't know was that Song Lixian's basketball skills had already reached the level of a coach. Song Lixian wanted to prove his worth to them through this basketball game. Soon, the entire school knew about Song Lixian's challenge to the basketball team. Everyone was eager to see the game. Kui Shijing was no exception. At that moment, his phone rang. What's this? This is a big deal. Oh, what's this? Brother, what's going on? You're delivering medicine, are you? Crying, 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 just give the money back. Bring it over and put it in the truck. This outcome was quite unexpected for Kui Shijing. Right across from that, Mikachu. 7 foolish ones, a bunch of kids in high school. Cooking rice, definitely rice, stir-fried with spicy pork, can't miss it. The outcome was clear. Song Lixian won overwhelmingly, defeating the 3 of them. From the online chat, a girl named Lon joined. But my leg is like that of a Mandaroni. I haven't passed Moanman's QQ exam. They can check with Mandaroni's friends for me. Actually, we can check a lot of people. Around 1 o'clock. Blood runs thin. Pulingo Commander. It's from the KSK on the other side. Is the antique, also a tricky thing, hard to handle. Let's continue. As agreed, Kui Shijing began tutoring Song Lixian. But it hadn't even started properly and Song Lixian was already feeling drowsy. During a break, Song Lixian brought up that he thought this organization should be good, but didn't understand why the bullying issue couldn't be resolved. Kui Shijing explained that the school committee finds it difficult to break through school-level constraints to effectively tackle bullying. Therefore, punishments for bullies rarely achieve the desired effect. He also said, if bullies are to be punished, they must be reported to the police so that they fear the consequences and get a criminal record, then might they start to behave. However, even if the police are involved, bullies can sometimes counterclaim, arguing that they were also victims of bullying, and thus escape punishment. Song Lixian felt helpless. What kind of bullying protection law is this? Song Lixian casually asked. Can't I just quit and leave? Bean. Sugar. Taibu Bengpi Station, girl. Don't know what it's summer. You can bypass the top door and pull it down for the team. But there are no men, Gomba girl. Look at you. This. Like. You made me ask for leave, but you only gave a crash course. Just gave the excuse for leave, a crash course. Kaza. The next day at school, students started looking up to Song Lixian as a hero, because they had all heard about his glorious victory yesterday. He went with his little brother to Guluwon and then to Gudu, just to take a walk. A show was put on, and the test results were smoothly obtained. At this moment, the teacher walked in. At the same time, their exam results were also revealed. As expected, Song Lixian's performance was disastrous, so he begged Kui Shijing to help him improve his grades. To show his gratitude, the two of them went to the supermarket together. At that moment, Kui Shijing spotted a pineapple cake. A memory surfaced in Kui Shijing's mind. Song Lixian's nanny had once told him that Song Lixian couldn't eat pineapple cake. If he did, he might suffer from an allergic reaction that could block his organs. A small mistake could make him unable to breathe. Kui Shijing originally planned to use the cake to test if the person in front of him was truly Song Lixian. However, just as Song Lixian was about to eat the cake, Kui Shijing ultimately stopped him out of conscience. Song Lixian mistakenly thought that Kui Shijing wanted to eat the cake, so he casually grabbed a jelly from the table. After Song Lixian took a bite of the jelly, Kui Shijing suddenly realized that the jelly was actually pineapple flavor. Do you want to take it home? Luckily, the rescue was timely. Song Lixian was fine. When he woke up, Kui Shijing angrily said to him, "I didn't hurt anyone." "What do you come to, Carol? Come on to torment you and your laundry slopes, man." There's always something difficult to imagine. It turns out that on the night when Song Lixian decided to jump off the bridge, he had gone to Kui Shijing's house to seek help. However, Kui Shijing had coldly rejected him. But after rejecting him, Kui Shijing felt uneasy. When he wanted to look for Song Lixian again, he found that he couldn't reach him anymore. At this moment, Kui Shijing was filled with fear, fearing that his rejection had been the last straw that pushed Song Lixian into a desperate situation. That time, go help Martin. Then, let's not go. No. Chong Yang-nan, you're not the one who passed it. He tried to repair it when there was no opponent during the earthquake. The earthquake didn't affect him. Could this be exciting? GT. Since that day, Kui Shijing fully dedicated himself to tutoring Song Lixian. The two were inseparable, always together except for when sleeping. Life was peaceful and calm. However, one day, an unexpected event occurred. When Song Lixian returned home, he saw a car without license plates parked in front of his house. He had a bad feeling rise in his subconscious. Then he suddenly saw two men in black carrying his mother out of the house. Song Lixian immediately dropped his bag and chased after them. Kui Shijing also followed closely behind. The two men in black threw Song Lixian's mother into the car, and to their surprise, Han Zaiming was also involved. Song Lixian rushed forward and began fighting one of the men in black. Kui Shijing also fiercely attacked the other one. Wow! The driver inside the car ordered Han Zaiming to close the door. It was only then that Han Zaiming realized this was a kidnapping. Frightened, he quickly got out of the car and ran away in panic. Although Song Lixian's soul was strong, his physical strength was still no match for the black-clad man. Fortunately, he eventually managed to subdue the men in black, but Kui Shijing was no match for the black-clad men at all. He was pinned to the ground and beaten. Seeing this, Song Lixian rushed to rescue Kui Shijing. In the battle with the black-clad man, Song Lixian completely gained the upper hand. However, even so, one of the black-clad men prepared to stab Song Lixian with a knife. At this critical moment, fortunately, the sound of police sirens rang out. Hearing the sirens, the black-clad men immediately fled the scene in panic. By now, both Song Lixian and Kui Shijing were completely exhausted, physically drained. Isn't it easy? I was terrified. I was checked. You just shouldn't. Ow. Turtle. Little turtle, you're rushing me even harder. Where do you want to go, Ken? Come on, don't. After the incident, the police found Song Lixian. They began investigating the case. When the police asked if his mother had any enemies, Song Lixian immediately thought of his father's secretary. Though he knew the true mastermind behind this was Secretary Li Meijing. Song Lixian claimed that this was not a kidnapping. He simply referred to it as a misunderstanding caused by a drunk man parking incorrectly. Afterward, Kui Shijing asked Song Lixian why he had cancelled the police report. Shouldn't they have clarified the identity of the kidnappers? Cancelling the report so hastily was undoubtedly very dangerous. Think about it. Wake up. This. 1. From the car, looking inside. The life inside was also, oh, simple.